Remember all that talk about doing away with time changes? Well, here we go again. The clocks are springing forward first thing Sunday morning, even though the Ford government passed a bill in 2020 trying to do away with the time change. Well, it turns out there could be some hope on the horizon here. Just when we thought the clock had struck midnight on time changes, we're still waiting. That's because the legislation passed here in Ontario included a very important caveat. Both Quebec and New York State had to make the move at the same time. I asked the Ford government for an update earlier this week. They told me nothing's changed. They're not willing to go it alone, and it's a rare issue that opposition leaders are actually in agreement with.
We voted for it. If New York does it, then we're going to do it. So, it's as long as we're all on the same page with it, that's what works.
My personal preference is that we do not change the clocks in the spring and the fall, but I think for a whole variety of reasons, we need to be coordinated with the surrounding jurisdictions.
Bottom line, for Ontario to do away with time changes, we're likely first going to need some movement south of the border. And slowly but surely, those wheels are in motion.
Switching in and out of daylight savings time is outdated, and it's only a source of annoyance and confusion. Frankly, it's just dumb, and there's just no other way to say it.
The U.S. Senate voted unanimously last year to permanently stick with daylight saving time. But that bill ended up stalling in the House of Representatives. But just last week, a group of bipartisan senators reintroduced the legislation. If it gets through both the Senate and the House, this weekend's time change would be the final one in the United States, potentially paving the way for Canadian provinces to follow suit.
We want an hour more for kids, farmers, people that want to stay outside, work in the yard. I think people deserve that.
Those in favor of a permanent move to daylight saving time say it will lead to fewer car crashes, less energy use, and improved health. Those against the move say mornings would just be too dark during the months of December and January.
I do like when spring comes and the sun comes up, or the sun stays up longer. The long nights in summer are a lot of fun.
So the clock is indeed ticking. If nothing changes, we'll be in for yet another time change come November 5th. Thinking of a way to make up for that lost hour tomorrow. Richard Southern, City News.